Right now at 11, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine signed an executive order to provide $25 million in funding for food assistance. This comes as federal SNAP funding is set to run out Saturday due to the government shutdown. 10 TV's Carly Dion is here to break down where this money will go. Carly.
Jeff, $7 million of this funding will be given to food banks across the state, while $18 million will be distributed to more than 63,000 Ohioans who are at or below 50% of the federal poverty level.
We had to take action, and this is the action that we took.
Governor Mike DeWine stepping in to help some of the most vulnerable across the state, saying he wanted to focus the $25 million in funding on two areas.
One is on the poorest of the poor. It's about 57,000 children. So we have targeted those families.
$18 million has been allocated specifically for those families.
They will get that every week as long as this goes on.
The second area of focus is targeting food banks across the state, which the Ohio Association of Food Banks says they're grateful for.
We've been trying to stay cool, calm, and collected as much as possible for families as we approach this potential gap.
As the November 1st deadline approaches, when SNAP benefits are expected to expire, Executive Director Jory Novotny says their families are worried.
They're nervous, they're anxious about how they might be able to secure enough resources to feed their families and their kids.
In this time of uncertainty, they're also gaining support from cities and counties, as well as through corporations like Giant Eagle.
This was an opportunity we thought we couldn't miss to do our part as well.
Giant Eagle is donating $1 million across its 5-state operating area, supporting several of its food bank partners. For Central Ohio, their donation is going directly to the Mid-Ohio Food Collective.
We know that they have a good finger on the pulse of what the community's needs are, and we trust that they'll use it, that funding in the best way possible.
Novotny says these investments are all meaningful in helping in the short term, so they're able to keep food on their shelves.
We're going to stand in the gap here as best as possible as we wait for the shutdown to end.
The Ohio Department of Job and Family Services will immediately work to distribute the money to food banks. The emergency relief benefits are expected to start being handed out by November 7th. Carly Dion, 10 TV News.